Arknight's LEWDER. Give me a second. Alright, Genshin PvP. Alright, bro, I don't even know how Genshin PvP works. Okay, Genshin PvP. That does sound very, very interesting. Give me 1 second right now. This is my Pogu. My team is like, okay, legit. There are just like so little things to do in Arknight's Endfield. There's just like not too much. I just hop in for like 5 minutes and then we are basically done. Okay, I guess I could probably spend my stamina, but like, yeah, there's not a lot to do. Yeah, I managed to get ball. Okay, and also I guess like the dash, right? The dash with this just makes overall like so much easier to get. So I don't really have regrets on it. So right now, I will use Bro to run around, and then I'll swap back to Ember to actually go into combat. So yeah, wait, okay, before we do the dailies, we might as well just watch this first. Arknight's LEWDER.
Field designs are elegantly lewd. The phenomenon I'm going to describe, everyone knows it's true. It's going to make me sound like a gooner for explaining, you look like a gooner for watching, and the company appear like a gooner for creating. And yet every word I say will still be true. Elegantly lewd? What? This sounds like an oxymoron. How can this possibly be the case? Somehow, Endfield hits this impossible sweet spot, maximum appeal, without tipping over into outright absurdity. Classy while being undeniably provocative. Let's talk about it. Generally speaking, the more lewd a design, the more niche the audience gets. People love minorly lewd things, lewdness that you have to work for. Sometimes being bombarded by goon is off-putting and achieves the opposite effect you were hoping for by including the goon in the first place. Let's go through the most perfectly lewd designs in Arknight Endfield. Chen Yu. Her design is wonderful. I am a huge fan. What I really love about her design is that the length of her skirt and the height of her boots are at the perfect ratio to illustrate this phenomenon. Okay, Chen's skirt is just short enough that when you're running, you can potentially get an upskirt shot. This is remarkable. This is the lewd. Yet, she's wearing pants and is fully covered. This is important because if you actually got an upskirt shot, there's nothing to see. However, the point is that the skirt is just short enough to create the illusion that she's not wearing anything. And that's more important than her actually not wearing anything. I don't want my characters to be naked. That's gross. I want to think about my characters being naked while knowing full well they're clothed. That's the elegance. This illusion really goes into high gear during her ultimate animation because she looks great during the casting. Fluorite, Jesus Christ Almighty. This character is fully clothed and yet somehow achieved the status of the hottest Endfield character. She's not showing an ounce of skin yet remains a certified baddie. Fluorite fan art goes so hard. Her design isn't even that complicated. It's a skin-tight suit with a hooded crop top jacket. That's creative. Part of the reason she goes so hard is because of her animations. Her animation is where all of her lewdness comes from. This is an integral concept to understand, and a pattern you'll see coming up.
How do I know?
Doesn't lock its lewdness behind outfit design, nor does it rely on it. That freedom lets the artists actually experiment instead of defaulting to the tired gacha formula of less fabric equals better character. And honestly, it's refreshing. Instead, they utilize animations to bring that lewdness forward. Every part of Fluorite's animations are awesome. You would never think this character is a 4-star by how much work has gone into her. In fact, it's quite shocking. She's a bottom feeder in the game. Quite possibly the worst character with the best design. What's even crazier is that every movement feels deliberate and polished. Possibly one of the weakest characters in the game, while also having one of the strongest designs. A tragic imbalance indeed. Yvon, this might sound shocking.
Okay, respectfully, no fucking way, bro. Yvon is all up in your face, bro. She is like a Zenless Zone 0 character TP'd into Arknight's Endfield, bro. There's no way. She's the only unit that, oh my god, it's spilling everywhere. Her literal gearing section is her showing her ass cheeks. So like, anyone
actual outfit isn't especially lewd. If you stop and examine what she's wearing, which is admittedly difficult when her enormous chest keeps stealing focus, you'll notice she's mostly covered by modern gacha standards.
Bro, look at that!
She's wearing a crop top and pants.
Bro, look at that!
Yes, the midriff is out, belly button included, but let's not pretend that's scandalous in today's ecosystem. Compared to other games, this is practically modest, okay? So if the clothes aren't doing the heavy lifting, what is? Simple, the real culprit is her animations. That's where the magic happens. Yvonne's animations are on another level. Between the absurdly plush caboose and a personality so large, it appears to ignore gravity, she's operating outside the usual design constraints. What makes her so wild is that she violates every unwritten rule of female character design. Normally, you're allowed one standout trait. Pick your poison. Huge chest, premium buns, thunder thighs, or the flat is just as crowd. One per character, so the fan service can be efficiently distributed across the roster. Concentrating it all in one place is bad business, inefficient, and wasteful. And yet, Hypergriff simply does not care, because the appeal here isn't coming from the model or the outfit, it's coming from how she moves. That's the genius of it. Plica, her design is great. She has long stockings, shorts, a dress.
Okay, wait, Plica is hella wholesome though. She is probably like the most wholesome out of everyone. Wait, people goon to Plica, bro. I feel she's like super wholesome. She is like the she's kind of like Fern, right? She's kind of like Fern without the badongadongs. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you even like?
Exposed shoulders, nothing complicated, and yet it hits all the same. If you want to be negative, you can call her design simple,
yeah, bro, she's like
or unimaginative, but the word you're actually looking for is clean. People mix them up all the time.
Yeah, but Fern is like,
but her design leans more elegant than lewd, only if you don't look under the hood. Check this out. Lord have mercy on my soul. Plica owns a local bakery chain, the likes of which you've never seen, and it's completely hidden. You won't notice this 90% of the time, but it's there. And every now and then, you will see it, and you'll get whiplash every time. Abiwena, she is a great example of striking the perfect balance between lewdness and elegance. Abiwena is showing minimal skin. In fact, she's got clothes on top of clothes on top of clothes. She's got a skirt, pants, thigh-high boots on top of her pants, armor located all over her body, armor on top of other armor. The point is, she's fully clothed, okay? And that doesn't take away any of her appeal. In fact, I genuinely believe if they took clothes off of her, her appeal would decrease. She doesn't need to remove any clothes because her entire...
I'm not sure, there was this AV fan art. She was basically showing her armpits and like sweaty. And then like the artist for the fan art, they tagged the art as rabbits. Like rabbit pits. But it is a dangerously close to the wrong word where people could see it as rapist. I'm not sure if y'all saw it, but you know what? It was not
personality is seductive enough, and that's an interesting inversion in this game. Seductive characters are clothed, while serious characters are naked, like Ember, Gilberta. She's proof that you don't need an oversized front or exaggerated curves to be attractive. Sometimes all it takes is that soft, harmless smile, the kind you catch from across the room and suddenly your brain shuts off. You think it means something. Nice. It doesn't. She's just being nice. And because men are dangerously deprived of basic kindness, that single smile permanently rewires your heart. For the record, she's not interested in you at all. She's taken by me. That's my wife. Please maintain your distance. Ember, good grief.
Ooh, okay, yo, Chevers, but this is my favorite unit. Alright, my first 6-star, my creme de la creme, my save JPVAS face out. She is the baddest of the baddest. Bro,
mine is a felony. Whoever approved this needs a lifetime sentence in maximum security GOONER prison. We're talking about an absolutely unreal frontal situation, assisted by a push-up bra powered by forbidden science. And then just to make sure no one survives, she's wearing her underwear over her pants. I'm sorry, what? Zero shame, none. The wild part is, even if you removed all of the fan service, the design would still slap. Girls in mecha armor already own a permanent spot in my heart. Unfortunately, this one is aggressively demanding a permanent spot in my pants. This is definitely more lewd than elegant.
Bro, this guy's writing is cooking, bro.
An unfortunate consequence of combining
it's cooking. You know the fucking the One Piece? There was this guy like running in the cabin and it's on fire. Is I'm not sure. Is it the same slender guy? It's the same slender guy. Like he was right and it's on fire, bro. Oh my goodness.
That the female comes out as manly.
Oh yeah, black, the black beard, right?
Not like her.
Yeah. The same slender guy
goes against the grain. It's likely that the reason her chest is exposed is because she's going against the standard, and they still want to appeal to the male audience who would not like her because of her bulkiness. This is a compromise to achieve varied design, but not losing out on the male audience to the variety. Endfield actually understands variety in character design. In most gacha games, design quality is measured by how little fabric survives the concept phase, especially for women. Endfield refuses to play that game. Yes, there are a few characters clearly engineered to grab your attention, but the majority of the female cast is fully covered, and somehow they're still compelling. Imagine that. What's even funnier is how tier list seems to reflect this. The skimpier the outfit, the worse the unit. There's a bizarre reverse correlation happening.
Wait,
here.
really?
So if you care about performance,
I didn't even know that.
pray your favorite waifu owns a jacket. Endfield is operating on a completely different formula, and it's refreshing. It feels like the artists are allowed to experiment, sometimes giving characters outfits that hover, float, or exist outside of them, like Levitain or Aviwena, without defaulting to skin as a crutch. Subtlety works. People crave hints, teasing, just enough to make you want more.
Well, I really judged, right? He did not talk about last, right? Oh my god, bro hates the blue Huan.
Overload the audience with goon and you risk turning them off entirely, and your appeal backfires. Endfield understands this. Its best designs walk the line, teasing without exhausting, balancing their allure with intelligent restraint. And that's why some of the characters here are frankly masterclasses in perfectly calibrated lewdness.
Lewdness. WR nice Lewdville. WR nice Lewdville. I will be see you guys on Cliff channel. Hail the Amber Lord. Right. Bye bye.
You have cooled your last cool, my man.